in front of me. Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Yes.
Can the world know your name?
My name is Kabombo Moses.
Mr. Kabombo Moses. Yes, we have 4 polling stations here and you're heading one of them. How different are they if we are to take reference on the one you're heading?
The one I'm heading is Chirundu Nam. Nam to Z.
Nam to Z.
Nam to Z.
What is Nam?
Nam to Z means people with names of starting from Namu, Namatovu, Natsi up to Z. Yeah, okay. In between there. Those.
So it could be a cycle, and this is the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the situation? What has been the situation been like since morning? What time did you open, and how have you been here? Where there are 4 polling stations in one place.
Yes, the situation has been good. People are coming slowly, but they are coming. The turn-up is good, though it's not like the presidential, where the queues were very long. People have been coming slowly, but the turn-up will be good.
How did you handle the presidential, where you say the lines were too long, yet you are in just one playground?
We managed to jog our way out. We managed it.
Like how? Give us a picture. Someone watching you would really love to know how this is handled.
Like seeing, we had people guiding. Showing people that you so and so, this your name falls in this category of letters, go here. The other one, go here. That like that, and we managed our way out.
So today it looks so simpler, it being that the turn-up is low. If I'm to take your one,
it's simpler, yeah, like you've said, simpler, because people are coming, but not in long queues.
Actually, I'll take this
coming one by one.
I'll take this advantage. What is the process like for somebody who didn't vote last time and he's planning to go to the polling station probably at around 3 p.m. What do I do first? What step up to the end? What do I start with and what do I end with?
Of course,
when I arrive when a voter comes.
Of course,
what is the process like?
Of course, the procedures are known. Those that have always been educated by the Electoral Commission. You come with your national ID or voter location slip. We check in the register. If your name is there, you're good to go.
Okay.
After you go, you check you, they give you the ballot. You can do the ticking to the respective category of people that you want. The dialect councillor, we are beginning with the Lord Mayor here. There's the first table. The second table is for the dialect councillor. Then the third table is for the woman councillor. Then you go, we put you in the ink, and you're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Kabombo Moses.
Mr. Kabombo Moses. Yes, he is the presiding officer of the polling station, one of the 4 here, and that is Nam to Z. According to his explanation, Nam are those names that start with Nam, so common here in the central region, where we have Namugwanya, Namukasa, those names. So from that part of the alphabet to letter Z, to the names that fall under letter Z, that is the polling station in front of me. That means the one behind me here must be A to some letter, then the other one this side must be from that letter up to a certain point, then this one goes from where this one ends up to Nam, and that's where this one ends. So if you have met a playground and there are a number of polling stations like that, the picture is like that, and that is how they are different. We shall get back to you when we get to some other point, especially those that have newsworthy kind of issues to talk about, and we shall give you the picture throughout the whole process. We are in Kampala and we have other colleagues that are outside there in different parts of the country. We are going to keep you updated throughout the day. My name is Michael Jordan Lukoma. Back to you, Patricia, in studio.
Thank you very much there, Michael Jordan Lukuma. And of course, now we want to focus on the mayoral, elections. That is the Lord Mayoral aspirant. One of the aspirants, that is Joseph Mayanja, is ready to cast his vote at Mutungo Chiduka polling station. We all know that he is now officially starting his political journey right from the music into politics. Let's head over to Mutungo Chiduka polling station to see how the elections are happening.
We are in Mutungo Chiduka polling station in Mutungo, and as you can see in your background, there are people who are voting, not very many because we came in very early at about about 8 a.m. and since then until now we can see the voters are trickling in, but in very small numbers. But right now the turnout is very, very low, and I would say that it's less than 10%.
We're here trying to see how the election process is going on. So far the turn-up is not yet as we expected it. Reason, I think many people had pressure on the presidential elections. They gave a lot of time coming to vote their presidents. However, this time they have not yet turned up in big numbers, probably because it has not been a public holiday. The government has considered so much giving a public holiday to the presidential. Yet my feeling is these elections for the local government leaders would be given a priority also. They will be given public holiday. Many people have given their jobs priority than coming to vote. Yet this is a very important task because they're voting their immediate leaders.
And I'm here to encourage people to continue voting because the turnout has been very, very low. Maybe because people were so pressured and people have given up.
That tells you later on, I think the tallying process might be very easy because the turnout is very, very low. A few minutes ago, Jose Chameleon, mayor aspirant, of course there are 11 mayoral aspirants in Kampala, voted, he casted his votes, and he was very optimistic that he will go through. Of course, he raised some concerns regarding what he said, what he termed as like pre-ticked. They got some people yesterday, last night actually, who are pre-ticking ballot papers. We don't know so much about that, but that was his concern. But he also said that this is the new era. It's the era for the younger population, the youth, to go out there and vote and cast their vote, because it is them, it's the youth who are going to decide their fate.
abakyala balina okubeera kubana ate abaliddaelectoral balina kubeera mukaaga. Mu kaseera kano Jose Chameleon ali mukuba kalulu okusobola okweronda bwa Lord Mayor. Tetunnamanya ebinaava mu kulonda, tekajja okutumbulira ebinaava mu kulonda ku baani anaabawangudde akalulu kano. Embiranye okusinga eri wakati wa Lord Mayor, abaddeko Lord Mayor Elias Lukwago, Nabila Sempala, Mpozi ne Jose Chameleon. Mpozi Jose Chameleon wuno katwogereko ne Jose Chameleon atubuulire kikyasuubira mu kalulu kano. Jose Chameleon, tubuulire kikyosuubira mu kalulu kano.
Kyenjoga nti bayita smart generation. Twava ku biri ebikadde katwagala bintu bipya, twagala kulowooza ng'omulembe gwaffe gufaanana. So kinava mu kalulu kyonna neebaza abalowoozi baffe mwenna abalowooze mwebale nnyo olindala. Yeah, what is happening is we're trying to make sure that we have change for our country. Like democracy says, this is your voice and your vote. So I know that people have been very vigilant to instill change on a new generation. Listen to me. These people here have been talking, have not put anything fundamental, have not put themselves beyond time. So we are here to uproot them and make sure that we have a leadership for the people, for the majority. We can't live in unemployment. We can't live in such a city that is not going ahead towards others are going ahead. We can't live in a city that has a lot of corruption. So that's what we stand for. We stand for a generation that is going to speak the truth and work for the people. mpulira obula kyembasuubiza ntwala kampala empya twala kampala eya solution si kampala yokukwata mu kooti n'okwata n'olibalimba abantu nti ogenda kuteekawo enkyukakyuka gyotateeka omuntu aba alemereddwa okukola ebintu mu myaka 10 ate agati ati myaka 5 nyina musobosa okugatta byalemereddwa so njaga tukwate akalulu kaffe tujja abakulembeze abaludde mu buyinza tuteekawo abakulembeze agenda okuleeta enkola empya n'entegeera empya my friend tuli ku smart generation tutegeera mu ntegeera ndala nnyo tutwala kutegeererwa abazeeyi wala twala tutegeere nga tutegeera nga bakola ffe basigadde bategeera so kye kyatujjayo nti ebizibu bya kampala byonna byonna bibadde emyaka mingi nnyo emyaka gimu 2 ku 10 tongamba nti ekizibu ky'ebyala kimaze emyaka 10 kibuliddwa solution tosobola kuŋŋamba ekyo sinza kiwulyaze ng'omuvubuka amatambudde amawanga amanye nti no solutions yeziri tosobola kuŋŋamba nti obwavu bweyongera kukwata abantu nonga nti emyaka 10 kikulumya okujjanjaba ekyo bakwano bange mwe balinnya abalonze katulina ebinava mu kulonda naye nga mwe balinnya okujjumbira ku
Dr. kana katalekeka abantu beeraliikirira naddala ebintu by'okulonda bino okunyaga obululu saidi yo oteeketekete kyembeera ki
mukwano gwange twategeseewo abantu ffe tuli basajja bajjuwaaji benja okugamba tuli basajja bagezi nnyo era n'ekiro ekyakesiza olwaleero wabadde bwe twasanze tiimu yange yasanze ku Global Primary School ewambogo nga bagezaako era okulabika nti batigaatiga akalulu ne bakwano bange mubeere bavumu lwa nsonga nti abakulu abo abali mu office batwesibyeko batulemeddeko mu kubbira akalulu ako oluusi abantu bayisamu eddoboozi lyabwe ate ne baleeta birala naye ng'era njabbaga ffe tukyali basajja bavumu tukyali basajja bamaanyi nateesewo polling agents ku stations ku polling station era tuli bamalirivu okulabika nti tubakuulayo oba baagala oba tebakola ki tebaagala
Dennis Igoa for UBC News in Mutungo, Nakawa.
Well, thank you very much there, Dennis Sigo. And we can say that the day is just beginning. The process that we are going through right now is the process where people are taking the chance to choose their local government leaders. And we all know that, service delivery to the communities, within the districts, within the constituencies happens within the local government. Right now, all the way from Mutungo, we're going to head over to Kasese. Our reporter is ready to give us an update on what's happening there. Yes, Motabali on set there to give us an update.
Yes. Good afternoon, Patricia.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Hello, Patricia.
Yes, Moses Motabali, you are live in studio. Yes, please give us an update on what's happening there in Kasese.
Yes, well, Kasese is peaceful, as I can say. People are turning up to various polling stations to cast their vote. Although in some areas we have registered, because 6 months I was in Musongora North, where candidate Muhindi vote from. The turn-up was completely low, and on the sides of Hima, still the turn-up was not promising. When it comes to Bukonjo West, reports coming from there also indicate that people are not impressed with this as it was in the presidential and parliamentary elections.
So you're trying to say that the participation is low in Musongora North and then Hima and then Bokonzo. We are not witnessing a better turn-up like it was during the presidential and parliamentary elections?
Well, because entirely the whole district is registering low turn-up. We hope that maybe people will come and exercise the constitutional right and cast their vote. But as I talk right now, you reach at the polling station, you find 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. They cast their vote and they go away.
Okay, so we can say that in terms of security, everything is stable. We do not have any threat at the moment.
Well, there is no any case that has been reported so far. They say are police officers. They are more. There's no any chaos or less violence that has been reported.
Yes.
The process is moving on well.
Okay, but, Moses, can you just brief us on the specific candidates that are lining up, that are aspiring for specific positions in this area?
Patricia, come again.
Can you give us an update on which specific candidates are aspiring for different posts?
The candidates?
Yes.
Well,
we know that with local government we're looking
of the LC5 chairperson.
Okay, LC5 chairperson.
That one is for NRM. We have the incumbent Vigogo Sirendire, that is for FDC. We have Augustine Musema, who is on independent ticket. And yesterday by evening,
yes.
Yes. And Chalimba Emmanuel, who was on independent.
And in the way things look, who could be taking the lead at the moment? Where is the favorite for the people? Okay, we will be bringing you more on that update. We will be traversing the whole country just to bring you the whole local government elections and how they're happening. Now over to different stories. The Katikiro of Buganda, Charles Peter Mayiga, has urged people to come out and vote for their representatives. He was casting his vote at Lwezo B Polio polling station in Wakiso district, where he also urged voters to choose leaders that will deliver services.
Just Peter Mayiga. They went for you.
Exactly 7 a.m. voting here at Reza B Polio polling station in Wakiso district had started. This is actually the same polling station where the Katikiro of Buganda, Charles Peter Mayiga, cast his vote. Mayiga urged people to vote leaders that will deliver.
Of course, the turn-up for the presidential and parliamentary elections was very high. I think it shows the importance that the voters attach to the different tiers of leadership or representation. But my wife and I came out to vote because even the leaders at the district level are important. Matters at the district level may need solutions by leaders at the district level. But also elected councillors and even a woman councillor representative. All these are important representatives who can voice our concerns about the different locations, the different districts. So I think it's important that people come out and vote. Even next week for the elections of the LC3 leaders, people are expected or should come out and vote because they matter. Leadership matters at every stage.
Now back to Uganda decides, of course, another aspirant in the Lord Mayoral race, and that is none other than Nabira Nagai. She is casting her ballot there at St. Stephen's Church, Buziga polling station. Let's head over there and get that update.
Kampala, New Uganda, Mission 2021. I want to assure and thank the people of Kampala for motivating me, for trusting me, for believing in me, for trusting that a woman can deliver as well as a man, maybe even better. So I offered myself to serve the people of Kampala and to see that for the first time a woman can have this seat and take on the challenges that Kampala has, the impasse at Kampala, and bring back action, not words. Come for free and fair elections. Right now in Gaba, they've just reported, they've just called the presiding officer, tearing like 4 ballots for certain individuals. They've just apprehended them. I got that report and sent somebody from a station that is in the vicinity of Machinde East, and they are already there, the cases are there. In Kabowa, they didn't bring ballots, they brought ballots of Kasubi to Kabowa. Then the Lord Woman councillors' ballots are lacking. They have shifted some people to Ndeba, those of Kabowa. So I think there is malpractice already. And I've just heard at Christ the King Civic Center, around that area, police, the army has cordoned off. So we are not saying that because it's a local government election that is free and fair. I'll watch the space. The day is still early, so we will assess the day's election and the campaign process as it unfolds and as it ends.
And of course, we're all aware that Nabila Nagai is the mayoral flag bearer for National Unity Platform, NUP. Now, in Kisenyi, in Mengo, Kisenyi, 2 Parish Central, Kampala, the turn-up for the election of the Lord Mayor, LC5 and District Councillor seems to be low compared to the enthusiasm that was shown in recent presidential and parliamentary elections. Most of the polling stations in this parish are occupied by polling agents.
In the 10 villages that make up Mengo Kisenyi 2 Parish, Central Kampala City, there was a visible low turn-up of voters to cast votes for mayorship and district councillors. Some of the voters cited the low turn-up to lack of a public holiday because many were busy working.
The turn-up is very low.
Abantu besaze, abantu baga bintu bya ebidda kuwasi. Baagala mukulembeze. Era balonze mukulembeze waabwe ne bayitamu. Abamu banyize.
I've come so that I decide for myself. I don't want other people to decide for me.
We want good leaders. That's why I have to cast my vote.
Kasato, Kiganda, Kibra, Kakajo, Mbilo, and Market View, among others, are some of the villages in Mengo Kisenyi 2 Parish, and in all, voting was visibly low.
Everybody is moving on his way. There is no threatening any other person in the area. So people are not turning up, and just people are just biased.
In these same polling stations, during the presidential and parliamentary elections, was big in numbers. Security in all the polling stations was peacefully. Abraham Robert Bwaita, UBC News, Kisenyi.
Now, all the way from Kisenyi, let's head over to Chankwanzi, where George Nyanzima is ready to give us an update. George Nyanzima, are you online?
Madam Patricia,
yes.
wasize bulungi.
Nasuze bulungi.
Wano mu district ye Chankwanzi. Sinungi ku oluvanyuma lw'akalulu okusazibwamu. Kino kivudde ku bantu bana abafudde beesimbyewo okutabeera ku kapapula kano ke bagenda okulonderako nga ye John Mpuuga atabaddeewo ng'abadde ali wa independent. kubano abadde beesimbyeko ku ntebe ey'okutaano mubadde mu Simon Ndamulira Kinene nga wa NRM, nga kuliko Akankwasa Edward wa Independent, nga Kakooza Ronald wa Nuupu wamu ne John Mpuuga wa Independent atasobodde okulabisa ku kapapula kano k'okufundiramu.
Kakati
obuba akulira eky'okulonda mu disitulikiti y'Ekikwanzi, Jane amanyibwa Jane Kakinzire ategeeza nga bwakulidde bakama b'essimu ne bamulagira okutazaamu akalulu kano.
Kakati kati ezo mistake ebbiri esatu I don't think he's hearing me.
Ekifo kino kiriko abantu bana nga bona beesimbyeko, naye eggulo abantu 10 bakwatiddwa nga bali abo nga bonoona ebintu okuliko n'emmotoka ya poliisi ne bakuba na driver mu ddwaliro erya City Medicals. Kati kusinziira ku mwogezi wa poliisi mu bugwanjuba Julius Alan Hakiz yategeezezza nti abantu bano babakutte era bonna babayina omukomera. Akalulu k'Evoima City ali wakati ebbugumu liri wakati ya Brian Kabuzi nga wa NRM wamu ne Grace Mary Mugasa nga wa Independent. Kulwa system nze George Nyonzima Oima.
Well, thank you very much there, George Nyanzima. And of course, the Chankwanzi local government elections there have been cancelled. We will be bringing you detailed analysis on how that transpired. Now let's get back to Mutungo, but this time around it's the Chireka division. A few cancellations have been witnessed, and we want to have those details. We have our reporter there on standby to give us an update.
Ene wo musomesa yenga Bene ekirala bw'okizuula nti akalulu kootiikinze kafudde okkirizibwa okufuna akalala okakomyawo tokasuula mu bokisi ne bakuwa akalala n'ogenda.
Ashali Wakasile nga nze supervisor wa polling station ya Mutungo zone saawa 10:30 ebirondesebwa bibadde bituuse ku polling station era enteekateeka ebadde simbi okusinziira ku njawulo ebaddewo ku bwa pulezidenti watuukako ebit late naye leero bibadde bituuse mu budde era buli kimu kitambula bulungi wabula nkubiriza abalonzi baffe yonna gye muli mujje mulonde buli kimu kyetegefu bulungi leero isi ebadde tennatukola bubi wano ku polling station. Ensonga lwaki abantu baffe babadde tebajjumbidde bulungi kyensuubira abantu baggwamu amaanyi okusinza ku byali mu kulonda last time bye baali basuubira si bye baalaba naye mbakubiriza yonna eno right yammwe nga bannayuganda mujje mulonde ba local leaders bamugwa abali very very important gye muli.
I've been contacting the Electoral Commission and my bosses. They are saying the election for the councillors, the directly elected councillors, should not continue today.
bwagamba nti osazamu okulonda kwabamu oli atesemu akasente ke kiwulira ate kati okuddamu okupulesesinga sente endala ezigenda okuyita abalonzi ate nga olwaliyo tulesa emirimu gyaffe netusalawo nti katuweno olunaku
tugenda tukamulira sente zitayina ffe tufiiriddwa sente zaffe nyingi abantu abamu tubajja bujjanji gye babadde babanga ne batukuba amasimu netubateekamu transport okujja okubakima ballot papers zigenza okujja nga tali bagala tukwata musi batuleetera n'omuntu gwe tutamanyiko talwananga na ku ntalo z'ekasuku
tulonde abaliwo kyokka ate nga amaze ebbanga nga akulira mulakalo singa leeta mulolwaki.
Some other cancellations there have been witnessed there in Motungo Uchireka. Right now we want to head over to Wakiso. We have a reporter there, Sam Senono. He's traversing the whole of Kampala just to give us a different view of how the different polling stations are performing. But right now he is in Wakiso to give us an update on how the elections are happening there. Sam Senono? Sam Senono? Okay, we will be coming back there with Sam Senono. Right now, let's quickly head over to Mbale and see how the local government elections are happening there.
What is it?
ogulako box eno nga witnesses we bali abantu nga 10 kale nga sinyonyo ba 10 kale wadi batano nga we bali neso kukatsani nakaba omuntu omuyeka akolanga witness of which at those witnesses by no problem bateo kasta mo register, so that's why what we are still waiting for. Aine tana kuna mujira bera.
Well, now all the way to Iganga, there has been voter low turn-up at several polling stations in Iganga district. Now, according to contestants, this is a very important election which needed a number of people to come out and vote their local leadership because it is where lobbying for better service delivery starts. We all know that. Now, one of the aspirants of the position of LC5 seat in Iganga attributes the low turn-up to lack of morale by voters.
Contesting for chairperson LC5, Igama district. I'm using the sign for Uganda People's Congress, that's UBC. So the situation is not good. The turn-up is poor, just because people were disappointed. So they're on a sit-down strike to show the public that the announcing or the declaration of the presidential candidate was not that good. The most interesting posts they are meant to elect or to vote their leaders. Yes, because it is the base of lobbying, everything which helps the public. And
now the country is still casting their ballots on local government leaders. We want to head back to Wakiso, where Sam Senono is ready to give us an update. Like I said, he's traversing different parts of Kampala just to see, you know, how the polling stations are performing and give us an update. But right now he's in Wakiso. Sam Senono, are you online?
Yes, yes, I'm online.
Sam Senono? Oh, yes. It's Regan Ochaya. Regan Ochaya is in Gulu and he's also ready to give us an update there. Yes, Regan?
Yes. This is Regan from Gulu City, and I've been able to reach out to some of the polling stations, and which among the polling stations include the Royal Primary Polling Station, Mayoral Polling Station, the UBC Central Polling Station. And I've really found that the people are really inclined enough to casting their votes. Not just the turnout was a little bit low compared to the one of the presidential and the parliamentary seat election. This one was quite low. And some of the things that the voters really highlighted that is among the challenges they are facing. The biometric machine in most of the polling stations have really failed to work. Reasons being that maybe due to poor management by the Electoral Commission and each team, the biometric has really failed to, you know, work for the voters who really turned up to vote today. Most of the polling stations. And more so, I managed to meet some of the protestants, of which among them include Kwa Alfred, who managed to cast his vote from the UBC Central Primary Station, and Akira Christopher, one of the constituents for the mayoral position in the city, also managed to cast his vote. But the voting in general started late due to delays of delivery of the polling materials.
So Regan, if the biometric machines are not working, then how is the process being accessed?
The polling assistants, they had to go back into using the
manual format.
Station books.
Okay. And so the turn up, you said, is low, so you're having like 5 people, 6 people, 7 people coming in to cast their ballots. Are we seeing some of the aspirants coming in to cast their ballots?
Yes, I managed to meet 2 of the aspirants who came in and casted their votes.
Okay, and what did he have to say about what's happening? Because now if the turn-up is low, then there is not much anticipation there.
One of the aspirants in the names of Alfred for the mayoral seat, when I asked him what could have really caused the turn of the voters, he said, I think most of the voters were not sensitized, and today being a working day, most of the voters could have gone their responsible work places, because it was not a public holiday for the voters, who are casting their votes.
And we all know, Regan, that the local governments, that is where we get the service delivery. But then if the turn-up is low, are people really going to make the right choice?
Pardon?
We all know that local government elections, that is where the communities get direct service delivery, right? So if they've not cast their ballot, are they going to get the right choice?
That one. Possibly it will affect the result and how we wait for the turn in the evening. But generally the turn-up was low. And the aspirants, most of them say the low turn-up would definitely affect the result.
True.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Regan. We will be getting back to you in a while. Right now, we appreciate that update. Well, that is Regan Ochaya, all the way live in Guru. Now we want to head over to Kisoro District, where LC5 chairman and district councillors started late. Several polling stations in Kisoro District witnessed a late start, and then the delay is attributed to late delivery of electoral materials, and challenge is with the operating biometric verification machine. This is the same issue that we are witnessing in Gulu, and we hope it is rectified by the Electoral Commission. Let's head over to Kisoro District.
People in Kisoro District gathered at polling stations as early as 7 a.m. to cast their votes for local government leaders, although actual voting started at 8 a.m. Abel Bizaimana, the Kisoro LC5 incumbent, has voted at Mchuho polling station in Yakabande sub-county at 9:30 a.m. and said that he has hopes of winning.
I also have a privilege to vote for myself to seek for a second term in the office of the district chairperson Kisoro. I've done it, I've finished voting, highly expecting that I win as the NRM flag bearer. The previous pattern has shown that all the NRM flag bearers were voted, so I feel it myself that I'm going to win.
Another candidate, Naboth Tumuwine, voted Gwingwe polling station, but by 8:50 a.m. electoral materials had not arrived. There were delays.
Naichira polling station konka, to my disappointment, zaikashahi ibiri ebyo kozesa tibikayikireho. So nani nshaba Electoral Commission kubara abe batandika zirengire shahi ibiri intekateka ntibino baza kuhereza abantu ample time, like in the evening bataza kucinga zaba shahi 10, at least bachinga zaba shahi 11 nanga shahi 12.
At Gakoro Primary School polling station, electoral materials also delayed the voting exercise.
Turagera hano saha imwe, ariko saha imwe twagezeho, ariko ndababakaje, ariko aho ndi kuvugira ibikoresho byose byagezeho yuko batarapfundura ngo dutandike gukora.
Umurimo wanje kaba utandika saha zingahe, saha imwe ni saha 2 n'igice, so akaba nayo nifuza batugire mu bwangu hano, then we go for other works.
At Muhoho, people started to vote at 8:30. Residents said that they had to vote early in the morning before rains begin to pour.
Amasaha n'utanga sayimwe tukatari kureba yuba turaganyishira kugenda kugenda rwoyo kateze ururu y'amasaha karuru, so bwo kwicira abantu amasaha yabo. Polling station ya True Primary School ngiye gutora karuru dizosagira indekeka 28 akaruru tugateye neza damahane gariho security iriho naho abatuzi.
Polling station isa 2 maze gutora akaruru kanje hari well organized, abantu bari kuza buhoro buhoro.
Ronald Ngabirano, head of Muho polling station, said that materials came late, biometric machine delayed to work, and the turn-up.
Delayed us basically was the delay of the distribution of the materials from the sub-county. So that's why we're about not more than 7 people that have so far. About 8 have so far voted. The number, we are now, the number hasn't yet gone beyond that.
Candidates in the race are Naboth Tumuwine, independent, Abel Bizimana, NRM flag bearer, Christopher Ruzaza, Independent, and Milton Bazanya, the former Chisoro District LC5 chairman, Independent. The situation in Chisoro District is calm. People are observing SOPs by putting on masks, washing hands. No gatherings since people are coming one by one. I'm Nafka Farida.
Thank you very much there, Namfuka Ferreira, for that detailed update. Now we're heading back to Wakiso, where Sam Senano is ready to give us that update. Sam Senano? Sam Senano? Well, as we wait for that call eagerly, let's head over to Mityana. Mityana has registered as well a low turnout. This looks like it's a challenge all over the country throughout the local government elections, and of course the low turnout of voters for the mayors and district chairpersons elections. We will be bringing this story in just a while. It looks like Sam Senano is now ready on set to give us that update in Wakiso. Sam Senano?
Yes, good afternoon, Patricia.
Good afternoon. It looks it's a tug of war getting you on phone. Is everything okay, or we have a network problem there?
Sorry, I didn't get that one.
Do we have a network problem over there in Wakiso? It has been a tug of war getting you.
Well, in Wakiso, we come in July from Wakiso. That's where we come. This is something like 4 to 5 polling stations. We are the 5th polling station. However, there is a slow activity, and there were some interference with, there was that drizzle earlier on. But right now, I think people are getting back to the polling station. The numbers of those turning up, they fail in comparison to what happened last week when people are voting for president and parliamentary members and parliamentary representatives. This time round, there is a low turnout. We tried talking to a few and asked them why they were at their businesses and not going to the polling station. And many were telling us that for them, the only elections that they consider are those of president and parliamentary representatives. And so there is that slow turnout. Low turnout on almost all the polling stations that we visited. Some are saying that they will go to the polling stations in the afternoon, and this is the afternoon because they've been telling us that the polling station closes at 4 p.m. There are no people there. Let me stay on my business here, then I will go back later.
So this low turnout, it's practically going to affect the results, right?
Of course it has to. And in Wakiso, the main contention is between Mayanja Moses of NRM and Magia Rangabwanika of NUP. That's for the district chairperson. But if you were to, like I said, the numbers at polling stations fell in comparison with the presidential and parliamentary elections which were held last week. Because, it's like a cathedral kind of ash when it comes here at most of these polling stations. You only see the polling agents and the agents for the contestants. And it's like, and some have opted for megaphones, actually, where we've been in the village. Some are using megaphones to call on people to come out.
Oh, okay, so, Senano, it seems that like you've been traversing the whole of Kampala. Did you have any other update except Wakiso?
Other polling stations, there was no activity. There was no activity because of the rain.
No specific activity. Now, something that we want to understand, are they observing the SOPs?
Well, great, that's a good question. For the first mask, yes, they are observing that. And I've seen at some polling stations, there is a hand washing station, but no temperature gun.
So no temperature gun, but then the masks are on, the social distancing has been observed.
Like I said, that SOPs, at least at some polling stations, we've seen hand washing stations.
Okay, we have witnessed...
And people are asked to, to wear their face mask.
We have witnessed a failure of the biometric machine in different parts. In Gulu, it has completely failed, so they had to run back to the manual system. Is this the same in Wakiso?
No, at least the polling stations we visited, that wasn't an issue. That wasn't an issue. The polling systems and the people from the Electoral Commission were in place, and everything was going on smoothly. At a snail's pace, I may say. Because they were having like 2 or 3 people voting at a go, unlike the way it was last week.
Do we have any of the aspirants casting their ballot?
Now, that's, we tried to contact Machi, as in, we tried to contact Mayanja Moses of the NRM, and unfortunately he wasn't picking us. His polling station is somewhat deep in the village Wakiso there, and but these are the people we shall. In the afternoon, in the evening, we shall be at the polling station at the polling center in Wakiso, and we shall interface with them. We shall ask them to give us the overview of how the elections were and what may have informed this low turnout at most of the polling stations that we have visited.
Okay,
later on in the evening, we shall talk to them.
Okay, thank you very much, Samuel Senono there, Samuel there in Wakiso, giving us an update on how the polling stations are transpiring there and how the elections are ongoing. Let's run over to Mityana before we do the sign out. Mityana district has registered low turnout of voters for the mayoral and district chairpersons elections. Although the election materials were delivered early compared to other polling stations, the voters are still few, unlike the presidential and parliamentary election. In Mityana municipality, workers of the Electoral Commission at some centers were alone waiting for voters.
wansi batonyemereza nange kino kigenda bulungi naye olusibawa badda olwaleero abantu sebakubulidde byokubeera abamu banyiiga n'omukulembeze waabwe baali baagala okutayitamu abalala tebaliiwo
alina tukulira ddala kusingira ku makubo gano agatukolera kimala zatukolera amakubo edawe kisinga obukulu kubanga makubo tuweta amazzi masanyalaze gatuuka ekyo gatambula ebintu byetusinga okwagala ffe ng'abantu bawansi
ffeeko mu bitundu byaffe nga batuukira ddala wansi tetukyayagala muntu atuma bwekiri twagala oli ajjira eddala ku gulawundi alabe embeera gye tulimu kubanga buli lwe batuma abantu tebatuuka wansi kulaba kye tuliko babeereyo mu woofiisi tubakubira amasimu tebagakwata abantu abasinga baali bavudde wala kati olwaleero ne amaanyi ne gabagwamu ne bataddamu
Now, all the way from Mityana, let's head over to Arua, where Joseph Odama is ready to give us an update. Joseph, are you ready online?
Yes, I'm ready online.
Give us an update on how things are happening there. We all know that today is the local government elections and people are casting their ballots on the specific leaders that they want to deliver services to them. How is it happening there over in Arua?
Actually, since morning, we are not seeing much change, especially in terms of the voter turn-up, in order to cast their votes so that they can will be coming next to lead them for the 5 years. Okay. It is now 1 p.m., but the turn-up really it is one thing, and I don't know what is going to happen next, but we still give a hope of chance that maybe some people eat lunch, then start responding after the lunch. But of course, earlier, as I said, the aspect of people being busy in the offices, in the market, in their farms, and so on, to some extent will also contribute to some of the poor vote turnout. But in the streets of Arua here, I was interacting verbally with some of the youth especially. But they were able to tell me that some of their candidates did not really win. A reason they are already the candidates in the parliamentary and the presidential level, they did not win. A reason they are disappointed. Even if they go there to cast their vote, they will still be disappointed. But when I try to dig deep into how that was going to affect their support for the LC elections, they were unable to define the question that I asked. Yes. So when you try to look to our neighbor of our district, that is the Mayoral district, the election there for LC5 race has been suspended. Just some few minutes ago, I've been speaking to the returning officer of the district, Mr. John Gonzaga. He was telling me the confusion why the election has been suspended is because of the two candidates, that is Mr. Onjima Suleiman of FDC and also Mr. Onjima Bruno, who contested on independent ticket. So in the process of printing out the ballot papers, since the two candidates have the same name, Onjima, in the process of printing it, it became as a confusion where Onjima's clock was given to his counterpart of FDC, and the FDC's key was given to Onjima Bruno, who is an independent candidate. And this issue was discovered today on polling day. So what he has been telling me is the election has been suspended and it will be rescheduled at a later time. But of course, that is for the LC5 race. But still, the one for the councillors, the women representatives, the male representative, the older persons representative in the council, that one is ongoing. So this is one of the challenges we have been seeing here in West Nile as far as election is concerned. Yes.
Okay, well, thank you very much there, Joseph Odama. We understand that at the moment, lack of morale is just one of the challenges that is facing voters all around the country. And looking at also some of the other challenges that biometric machines are failing, low turn-up compared to the parliamentary and presidential elections. These are some of the issues that are really affecting. We will be bringing you more detail on how the local government elections have transpired. We haven't heard of the Lord councillors, the women councillors. We haven't heard more on this, and we have not traversed all the districts. We still have some districts missing, but we will be bringing that update in just a moment. Right now, we're going to wind up our lunchtime session. My name is Patricia Lokomampango. Thank you so much for choosing us and being a part of us. Please keep it on UBC as we help you choose your right local leaders on a day like this. Good afternoon.